What's going on? Howdy, howdy. So, you guys said you wanted some more quick unboxings, and I bring the smoke. So, I released a little video. I'll go ahead and this will be the first thing that I use it for. I put it on my Instagram TV, but I'm going to unbox stuff a little differently. And if you look down here, you can see I'm actively in a project. So yeah, I use my tools. But we're working on the Rafter, and I need something, so I'm going to unbox it. So fast forward. Boom. It's the Milwaukee heat gun. M18 tool only compact heat gun. This is the 2688-20. And this thing I've wanted for way too long. So let's go ahead and get this open. Hold on. We need protection, because we don't open things normal anymore on here. We use mini chainsaws. And that's how you do it. That's how you open a heat gun. But with a chainsaw! Okay. Yeah. This is my little Bosch Nano Blade. And I know I'm a Milwaukee guy, but I got so tired of these blister packs. Boo! That I wanted to be able to open stuff with a little bit more flair. Oh yeah, you guys suggested it. Let me do it. Hold on. There's the thing by where you're working. That's a great idea! Okay, so what did I just open? Let's go over stuff. I know it's a mess. I'm working. I'm actively working. Okay. So this guy, well, let's go over the heat gun first, right? ADD. Okay, you got your manual, which I always save those. Let's see if I can win anything. No, it's just the normal crap. Okay, so box goes in the trash. All right, so it's the M18. Let's grab a battery. We got a high output. We got a 6.0. Squeeze down. Let's see if we can lock it now. So it's ambidextrous. So you lefties, get off the channel. I'm kidding. You can stay. It's a safe space. Righties. So all right, if you guys know how to lock it, comment below. I mean, I'd say a rubber band would work. Okay, so the heat gun, and then this little accessory pack, right? So it's got some stuff to focus the heat. This nozzle, focus it smaller, right? You're trying to thaw a pipe. This guy is just a regular straight. So if you're trying to like heat up some mastic on the back of a piece of tile, you know, you're going through the front, you get more of a flat pattern. This guy more directs the heat. So this could be like if you're trying to get back behind that tile, like wallpaper, you're peeling it down, okay? And then this is the piece de la resistance. This is for doing stuff like heat shrinking, right? So it focuses the heat around it, at least more than, you know, flat on. It sort of encompasses it. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that, because I'm working on this harness here. Hold on. I'm bad. Let me... Oh, where's my chainsaw blade protector? Oh, there it is. Safety first. Just kidding, no safety. I'm using a chainsaw to open packages. So yeah, literally, I am keeping this chainsaw over here to the side. Okay, so let's real quick, let's go over what we're doing. So I'm installing these lights in the truck. I need to dead end this wire. So I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to put a piece of heat shrink over it. Okay, so I've got my little piece that I'm going to dead end. I'm going to go ahead and heat the gun up first. Ooh, it's so pretty. I don't know if you can. We don't want to melt the camera. Oh yeah, that's hot. All right, heat shrink, commence. there you go. Does a quick little job of it. We'll just snip its tip now. Boom, pretty. Okay, what else are we gonna do? Longer. I need to. Do any of you have a recommendation for a good pair of these little? Comment below. Now let's not forget the most important part about stripping is making the guy feel like you want him. Wait, what are we talking about? Okay. Is slide your heat shrink tubing over before you solder. I'm gonna do a loop. What I'm gonna do, fold this one, mark it. Okay, so what I did was I basically planned for it to overlap like that, and then I will slide in this mess with a piece of heat shrink tubing. Okay. Slide it over. Get the bend out. And then, so we don't melt it too much, slide it as far out of the way as possible. Puddle of flux. It's like puddle of mud, but with flux. Okay. I should clean up. I really should. Boy, I need a better one. I've had this since I was like 12. Neener robot arm. I am just twisting them around on themselves. This is the Milwaukee M12 heat gun, or sorry, soldering iron, by the way. And this is the first. So, just like when you're working on a pipe, if you apply the temperature or your heat to the wire, and then you touch the wire with the solder, and it flows, you're doing it right. If it doesn't flow, okay. I always clean my tip a little, put in some flux, take a Scotch pad. It's a nice clean tip. These, when they're green, they're on. Boop. So I used to just use the soldering iron to do all my heat tube. And that's a big pain in the butkus. So now, all I gotta do is just a simple pulling my tube around, straightening this out enough. I'm glad that I can do fast forward. Or I guess you should. Okay, so that was the point, right? We created a loop. And why did we create a loop? Because the heat shrink will work better this way. If I just did a straight one, twisted them together and soldered it, then at the end of the heat shrink, you'd have a little opening. So whatever. So I make sure I have insulation on both sides. Pop this thing. Okay, now we're gonna use the heat gun. We're gonna heat her up a little. Paparazzi! And put it in. And you know what's good? When it's on all sides. I'll check it. Like piece. Yeah. So there it is. Nice little loop. Now what I'm going to do is I'm still going to straighten this out. I'm going to go like this. And see, I can fold it over and it looks all nice and pretty. And then this is where I am going to go get bigger heat shrink. Okay, so I got a bigger piece. I'm going to slide all of it now. It's still hot! Just kidding, it's not. We're going to get it warm. We're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 6 hours and 75 minutes, or until the cake is fluffy. Nice and hot, slide it in. Nice and hot, slide it in. Nice and hot, slide it in. And you can always tell when it's working well because it starts conforming to whatever's in there. So it doesn't look like you have to rotate it with this, but it does work a teeny bit better when you do. So that's awesome. And that's awesome. And now I don't have a cord Because I'll tell you, the amperage draw that the 110 ones, not only can you see it in like your house lighting, but it's a little bit annoying when you've got the cord and it's running across your bench and knocking stuff over. So that's a win. So the air compressor just came on. So hold on. The air compressor stopped. Can you guys see the black pack out stack? Let's take the camera over to it, okay? Why? Well, you're going to want to see this. Come on. So one of the other nice things about the Rafter hook is that this thing gets hot, right? So you can take and hang it on stuff. Now this is the Rafter hook from Cooper Custom. You could hang it on anything. You can see there, but that's not going to work as well. So the Rafter hook, boop, and now you can see the heat is facing away from your pack out. You could have it there. You could have this stack, like say I'm working on the truck over there. And imagine if I had my pack out near the truck. Say I was doing some mobile work. I was working on this wiring and I was a mobile installer. You could do stuff like hang it there. But if I'm getting everything out of the pack out, I could just use that hook and hang it right on the pack out. You can see here, I'm doing all types of wiring on this truck. So yeah, that's where the Rafter hook comes in handy. Now, if you've got a big enough battery, you can't obviously just set it down like that. So not a big deal, but the air compressor is off and this video is not going to be long. I'm going to promise my best that I'm going to edit out all the crap that you don't need. And I hope you guys like this. It's, you know, a change because it's one item. I mean, if you don't count this. Ow, it's still hot. No, it's not. Okay, so you guys rock. Thanks for watching. I'm the Jake of all, and I got to pack out this area, so take it easy.